Hello everyone, it's Duckfaden07. Today I'm playing my Creativity Loam BREW. I had very good results with this list and I did 3-4-1 leagues with it and it felt amazing. I'm really into it and I think it could be very serious competitive option for modern right now. Okay, so after playing 3 leagues with this deck, changes I would consider were definitely like maybe playing Liliana of the Veil or a Shielded Edict somewhere in the 75. Bitter Triumph is definitely like a flex slot, and it can be used as a discard outlet for Archon. It can kill anything. It is decent when you have Life from the Loam in your deck. You can always discard Loam or one of your lands. It doesn't cost you much, this ability, and it's sometimes discard outlet that lets you put Archon in the yard and basically win you the game next turn with a Persist. Okay, so this deck tries to do standard creativity stuff, of course, but we have some mana ramp here, like 3 explores, which let you do the creativity thing on turn 3, and also explores are pretty good right now because you have Commercial District and Raucous Theater in the deck. These 2 survey lands that let you find the spell you need for your turn 3 or 4. It's great with Explore and it can be really aggressive. In this build, sometimes you even can find Surveil Archon on turn 1 and then go on turn 2 Persist. So I think these 2 lands are really important updates for this archetype, and these 2 lands make this deck so much better. And we also have Forgotten Caves and Bosages on the sideboard, so Wrenn and Six and Life from the Loam really have some important and good targets here. And yeah, okay, so standard stuff. Other than that, Fable, some removal. We have 1 Triumph, 4 Lightning Bolts, and Seismic Assault in the main. It is a removal to clear your way, but it's also a win condition. Seismic Assault plus Life from the Loam can be crazy good, can often win you games by itself. It's great against creature decks. It's great against Yawgmoth. It's great against Titan. Life from the Loam plus Seismic Assault. Sure, you can always kill Dryad or Titan. And you also have Bosages that work well against Bosage, Wrenn and Six loops that work well against Titan, Tron, and decks like that. I think it is really strong option right now. Good against a lot of played decks in the modern right now. Of course, Domain Zoo is at the moment the most played deck, and this deck plays well against it. Access a lot of sideboard cards. Pick your poison. Bosage, good against it. Molten Collapse also. In the main, we got Explores to do the Explore thing early. Also Persist, which allows you to do early Archon too, especially with the update of these survey lands. Sometimes you will just have enough luck to put Archon into the graveyard with them, and Life from the Loam also helps you do it. Fable, of course, discards Archon and Bitter Triumph. So a lot of I think in my experience I play a lot of Zoo, and it's much harder for Domain Zoo to play against a Giant Creativity than it is against a 4-5 color. Having to play around Persist and also around Creativity, but also around turn 3 Creativity with the Explore, that is a lot, and sometimes it can prevent you from Domain Zoo playing threats on each turn. So also having Wrenn and Six, Bolt, Bitter Triumph in main, and Seismic Assault does well against their creatures like Brawler, Wild Cattle, Ragavan, of course. Okay, so I didn't still lose a match against Domain Zoo with this. I think it is a good matchup for this deck, but it's not just that, it's really all of the popular matchups right now I think are pretty decent for this deck. There are a lot more options to explore in this strategy, stuff like Lily of the Veil, as I already said, Shielded Edict, that is great against like a popular Leyline plus Scion combo at the moment. But I find it not that needed, but I think like Bitter Triumph and third Explore or third Loam could be switched for something like a Lily or Shielded Edict, stuff like that. Okay, so that is it. Let's check out the gameplay. Of course, on the sideboard we got Emrakul as mill hate, but also another target for creativity. Leyline of the Void is graveyard hate, a lot of artifact enchantment hate, 1 Tier Asunder, 2 Pick Your Poison, 2 Boseijus, Brotherhood's End also killing artifacts, Molten Collapse can also be used to kill some artifacts, of course. So that is it. Let's go check out the gameplay. Okay, so let's start from the match 1. I was very close to trophy in this one. If I played a little bit better, I think I could have got there, but okay. Playing second, this one against Tron. Tron seems fairly popular at the moment. Opponent starts with the Expedition map, and they have a turn 3 Tron. So pretty good for them. I cycle Cave, just go for my Wrenn and Six, put Forgotten Cave into the hand. Not great against a turn 3 Tron, definitely. Not great. But let's see what they have here. Okay, they go for Karn and find Coating. Opponent then in my upkeep uses coating on Wrenn and Six. I can't use the coating, so opponent now I find the Bitter Triumph, cycle my Cave, and now I can kill the Karn, discard the Archon. So if they don't have another Karn, coating is now useless for them, which kind of puts me back in the game. But opponent finds another Karn and now kills my land, which was pretty unfortunate for me. I was able to kill Karn there, put Seismic Assault on the field, another land in hand with Wrenn and Six, but it's definitely a difficult position for me. And here opponent plays Eugen, and yeah, I have Persist in hand, I have Archon in the graveyard, but I don't have a black land here. And opponent also goes for Ulamog. And they also have relics, so that is definitely game over. Okay, so let's check out game 2. Okay, so let's also check the sideboarding plan for the Tron. I think that is important. Matchup right now seems to be getting popular again. Okay, so I trimmed my bolts. Bolts are just not that good against the Tron. I trimmed all my removal actually. Bring in Boseijus. Bring in, of course, Pick Your Poisons, Tier Sunders, Artifact Enchantment Hate. I went for Explore. I also had Boseiju, another Boseiju in hand. This is just very, very good position. For me here, I got Archon on the field. Opponent finds the One Ring, so this gets them protection from One Ring this turn. I have a double Boseiju in my hand right now. Take one of their Saga lands, pass the turn. So now this means they have to find they have to find the Tron again. They go for Stirrings, find another tower. They have 7 mana right now, but again looking to find something from the top. And they do find another ring, which prevents them from getting Archoned again. But I've played just Boseiju, and then bring back Boseiju with Wrenn and Six. You know how hard that can be for Tron, and yeah, they had the one ring on the field, but Boseiju is too strong against them and they concede. Let's check out game 3. Okay, so as you can see, for game 3, same game plan, no changes. Just Artifact Enchantment Hate and Boseiju's in. Boseiju plus Wrenn and Six is obviously very strong. Initially I had one Boseiju in the main, then I found like I didn't really need it that much in the current metagame, so I ditched it from the main and just played 2 on the sideboard. Of course, I think playing 1 in the main is definitely always a decent option. Here I go for a Fable, I can discard Archon, so this means I can theoretically find a lot of good top decks there, like Persist, Creativity, but opponent has a ring on the field anyway. Okay, here I play Fable and the Life from the Loam. Basically what I'm doing here is preparing for try to kill my opponent next turn. But they play another ring, so I still can't do it. But I can't hit their lands, attack them, make the sorry, what is it called, the treasure tokens. Okay, they get Urza Mine here and Expedition Map, which means I have to use Boseiju again to prevent them from getting Tron again. I have like multiple ways to win here. I copy the Archon, and yeah, that is enough, and that is the game and the match. Okay, so let's check out match 2. Win against Tron in the match 1. Let's check out match 2. I decided to mulligan that one, keep here 2 explores, but no lands to make use of them. So definitely what I want here is something like Wrenn and Six, Life from the Loam, stuff like that. I was playing in match 2. I was playing against Affinity, and I've kind of really liked this Affinity list. It seemed pretty similar to my old Affinity list I used to play, and definitely made me think about trying Affinity again. Okay, here I had some options, but I think definitely best one was just go for the Fable. Opponent is not is stuck on lands. They can make a construct, but it is kind of slow, and I was able to discard 2 here, get the land, the plus Life from the Loam, which works well with the Seismic Assault in my hand. Opponent blocks my Goblin Shaman, but that is great news for me, because this means I can go Life from the Loam, play Seismic Assault, kill the Ornithopter, and also by killing Ornithopter kill the construct. Now I can kill the Stoneforge, prevent them from making another construct on their turn, and this seems like a great position for me, and this is the strength of the Seismic Assault and Loam in this list. It basically, I don't need Creativity, I don't need Archon, I don't need Persist. All I have to do to win in this lot of situation like this is just dredge Life from the Loam, play Life from the Loam, and just slowly kill your opponent in a few turns. And there's just nothing the creature dependent deck like this can do about it. But yeah, in this case they actually had the Pitting Needle on the field to name Seismic Assault, so this prevented my strategy, put them back into the game. They were able to draw a bunch of cards, play Nettled Cyst, play Plating, so they were in the game, but I still had like Fable drawing 2 and active Kiki-Jiki on the field. I was not able to play Archon this turn, but I was able to make 2 treasure tokens and play land, so this means next turn I can hardcast the Archon and then copy it with Kiki Jiki and immediately attack with it. That seems like a pretty powerful play here. Opponent plays a Soul Guide Lantern, they also have a Shadow Spear. Go for double, triple, Thought Monitor, drawing a bunch of cards here. Welding Jar, another creature, attack with a large Nettle Cyst. So yeah, there is a lot of can happen in a turn like this. They have cranial plating and Nettle Cyst, so that is always dangerous. Threatening to kill me here. Okay, but I go for the Archon. I make them discard a card, also draw something, then attack. Here putting them on 2, which means they have to trade for my with my Goblin Shaman. Also in meantime I also gained a bunch of life here. I have Seismic Assault on the field, but its Pitying Needle is naming Assault, so I can't use it. I don't have a kill here, so my opponent still has a chance. They go equip plating, equip Nettle Cyst, and yeah, there it is, 22 damage with trample and the lifelink, so I have to jump with Archon actually. And here, yeah, luckily I was able to untap, play another Archon, make them sack both of their creatures, copy the Archon with Reflection. And I don't have any more mana, but it is enough. It is enough. I go attack, and yeah, my opponent just doesn't. I don't think they have a top deck in a situation like this, which can enable them to get back into the game. So yeah, they just make a construct token, see their top deck, and die. Yeah, that is the game. Let's check out the game 2. Okay, so let's see the sideboarding plan. Of course, bringing in Pick Your Poison, Tear Asunder, Brotherhood's End, Boss Sages, lot of artifact enchantment hate, but as you may notice that Pick Your Poison is not really the strongest card against them unless you have it early to kill Urza Saga, then it's definitely great. But it's sometimes not that strong. Against affinity deck like this, they will have a bunch of artifacts in play and they will be able to choose what they want to kill. Okay, here I actually had Forgotten Cave in the play, so I was not able to go for creativity on turn 4 here. I play Collapse just to get rid of the Welding Jar. Then trying... If I was able, Surveillance are sweet with Life from the Loam too. You just accidentally, a lot of good targets for Surveillance, like 3 Loams, 4 Archons, so there is a lot of chance you hit something relevant. Here I was able to actually go for Archon, make my opponent sack 1 construct token, and yeah, but opponent had a pretty good turn there. They got Shadow Spear, Frogmite, Michiko. I didn't expect this card, and they're attacking for lethal. However, I block it is lethal damage, so opponent got this one. Let's check out. I had to settle this in game 3. Of course, this deck could possibly even play like Force of Vigor in the sideboard. I didn't feel like it's necessary, but definitely if it is necessary, it is a strong option you can put on your sideboard. Force of Figure is great against decks like this, great against Amulet Titan. Okay, so here, very comfortable situation for me. I have double Molten Collapse, I have lands, I have Explore, a lot of options. I can go like Explore next turn, play 2 lands, and then go Molten Collapse, kill like a Drum plus creature. It will be great turn, but it wasn't necessary. Opponent didn't play anything, no pressure for them, which goes in my favor. And I decided to get rid of the Welding Jar here. So next turn I can use the Molten Collapse, try to kill like drown plus creature, but opponent has edged champion, so I'm not killing that one. So basically just surviving at this point until I find creativity or archon or whatever. Opponent playing plating, equipping on a champion. It is fine. I have my Boseiju here to protect me from situations like this, which makes my opponent much slower and not really a threat. Okay, so decent situation here. I decided to surveil, put land in the graveyard, then I find pick your poison, and almost pick your poison almost worked here. I was close to killing the edged champion with bolt, but yeah, my opponent, even after sacking this artifact, they still had 3 artifacts, so champion still had a protection from everything, so no killing champion there. Opponent goes for a Sojourner Companion, kills one of my dwarf tokens, passes the turn. Okay. Now my game plan kind of changes. My Wrenn and Six is on 6 counters, so I'm hoping my opponent goes for a kill, tries to attack me and not Wrenn, and then I hold bolts in my hand, make them not realize that I have a very close kill. Okay, opponent goes for the Nettle Cyst, and they play Companion plus another Dispatch. Now they have 0 cards. I think they should have like just equipped the Nettle Cyst here, attack with the champion. That would be much better for them. Okay, I go for the Boseiju, Wrenn the Boseiju, play another one, and then I shock myself here in case my opponent finds another plating, something like that. I need to be able to kill the plating plus double bolt this guy. But yeah, here they just play the Frogmite, attack me for 2. End of turn I can go for the face. On my turn, ulted Wrenn, and just a Loam for a lethal kill. Yeah, that is pretty sweet. I really love Wrenn kills like this one. It's so cool. Okay, so I got the kill with Wrenn ulti. Lot of different ways to win with this deck, and that was it. Okay, so let's check out match 3. Okay, so all well-known modern decks. First Tron, then we had Affinity, then we had Domain Zoo. Keeping a weird hand, but this deck has so much of these utility lands that they all do something, and it's not like completely dead hand. Just one Forgotten Haven with Wrenn and Six can be like huge, make a huge card advantage over a game. Okay, so here my opponent takes my Wrenn, plays the Wild Cuttle. It's totally fine, and one Fable from the top makes this hand I had like pretty playable. And okay, so here discarding of course 2 lands. Finding another Fable, finding Persist. I'm on a lot of life here, going for the attacks, making a treasure token so I can double spell here. Okay, so going for the Fable. I was suspecting them having a Stubborn Denial, so I kind of let them just Stubborn Denial my Explore. This is great for me, because in case they top deck something like Scion or Territorial Kavu, then they would be able to go Kavu plus Horde, Stubborn Denial, that can now counter anything. Okay, so here I discard Persist and the land. I keep Wrenn and Six in hand, and now I can make another Dwarf, go for another Fable and play Wrenn again. This is like insanely good situation for me. I don't even need anything. My opponent ran out of the gas, and I have so much jump blockers here. Triple Fable. Wrenn doing a Forgotten Cave thing, so there's just not a lot of chance for opponent to do much here. Okay, this time we trade for the Nakatal. Opponent actually had the Tribal Flames in their hand, so they were trying to find a second one for a kill, but they didn't get it, and now they concede match here. That was the game. Let's check out game 2. I was very successful so far against Domain Zoo builds with this deck. 3-0 so far, played it 3 times in my 2 leagues with it. Okay, so here again, they're starting first. I have an answer here for Ragavan that is pretty important. Let's also check out the sideboarding plan. Okay, here I trimmed 1 Archon, 2 Assaults, 1 Fable. Fable is kind of slow. Wrenn also, I don't want to draw double Wrenn against them. 1 K because I bring in Bosages. Explores, kind of probably not worth it on the draw, they're good on the play. Okay, here I have to go for the Molten Collapse, of course. I'm in danger of opponent having burn spells, but they're probably just didn't find the threats on time, and now I have now I have enough time to do stuff. But you can see just how good the survey lands here, especially with in build where you play the persist. It's such a big upgrade in persist builds. With creativity, you just surveil Archon in the yard, you can surveil Loam, a lot of good hits with survey lands in this build, and then I go for a turn 4 persist Archon, playing even around stuff like Stubborn Denial, and that is the game, that is the match. Okay, so let's against a zoo. Let's check out another one. So against the zoo, you bring in Pick Your Poisons, Bosages, Tier Sunder, all the Artifact Enchantment hate, for Leyline, for Scion, for another second Leyline, and you also definitely want the Molten Collapses, Brotherhoods, and also, well, you can trim on some expensive cards like I showed you, like 2 Assaults, 1 Fable, 1 Wrenn, stuff like that. Okay, another Tron matchup. I said like, I feel like Tron is kind of popular, getting semi-popular again, and yeah, here I cycle my double K here, pretty happy with this, and this time I was able to, opponent decided to plus their Karn, so I was able to double bolt it. They didn't get more value from it. Okay, here I decided to keep a Fable on top. This means next turn I can discard Archon, go for the persist, go Wrenn, get a land back, then persist Archon. That seemed like a pretty good turn. Opponent yeah, definitely failed there when they didn't minus the Karn immediately, and that was, I was able to get the game because of that. Here I discard their card. With Archon I have a lot of damage next turn. They just don't have a chance here. I was like F6, so I didn't even copy the Archon in response, but it doesn't even matter. I was just playing so fast here. I thought my Kiki-Jiki is active, so I'm just going to do lethal immediately with Archon, but yeah, I could have gone for 3 Archons if I didn't realize that, but it's basically just doesn't matter anyway. I have so many ways to kill my opponent here, there's just nothing they can do about it. And yeah, okay, opponent concedes there. That is the game against Tron. And let's check out game 2. I already showed you the sideboarding plan against Tron. Of course, Bosages are the most important there, and this time last time I trimmed all 4 bolts. This time I decided to keep 2. Okay, so that's it. I go for the Wrenn and Six. get my land back. Opponent again have turn 3 Tron, of course. This time they get a Sundering Titan. So yeah, Sundering Titan is... I had some options here. I decided to go for the Seismic Assault, let them kill 2 of my lands. I have double life from the Loam, I have Explore, and maybe, yeah, maybe the play was here just kill the Warping Veil token, that they wouldn't be able to go for the Titan here, but I already kind of decided to let them get that. Okay, so I went for Explore, kill the Karn, play Explore, so I'm close again for doing Creativity next turn. So I'm still in a decent position. I could possibly go for Creativity next turn, make them sack a Sundering Titan, and then still have a Seismic Assault up. Opponent attacked Wrenn and Six this turn. Okay, so finding Persist here is decent, gives me a few more options. I decided to go for a Tier Asunder there and just play a blocker for a Sundering Titan here if needed. Now I have 3 lands in my hand for Assault, and opponent decides to go for Oblivion Stole Crack on their turn, kill my Seismic Assault and kill 2 of my lands. This is mediocre situation. I still can go find another, I can get my lands back, it's not a problem, and I can put Archon in the graveyard. This means I can play a Blood Crypt and then persist the Archon, make them sack the Karn or whatever, but they have enough mana to go Karn, Stonebrain, crack the Stonebrain on their turn, and now they take all my Archons. So yeah, when they did this, my chances like really went down a lot. I still had the Boseiju thing, but I can't get rid of Karn, and Karn, yeah, they find everything now, so it's just not good enough. And that is the game for the opponent. Let's check out game 3. Okay, the Assault Loam piles were always like so good against Tron. It's a great deck against them. Okay, so Seismic Assault does a lot of strong kills against them. I had option here. I had option to go for both Seiju. I had option to kill Expedition Map. I decided to kill the Expedition Map and then go for turn 3 Wrenn and Six and risk them having like natural Tron from hand. I thought it's not a high chance for them to have something like that, so I still didn't do anything. Just they can get Tron, so I'm fine just holding Tier Asunder for 1 ring. And I was correct, they had the 1 ring in their hand, so I was correct to hold mana for Tier Asunder here. And next turn I can go for the Boseiju again, just attack their mana, and even if they use the Oblivion Stone, I'm still like fine about that. I can still go like after they do this, I can still go for Creativity. And okay, here I have Wrenn on 7 counters, looping Boseiju all the time, of course. And now I decide to take their Oblivion Stone. They have the 1 ring, they can draw cards, try to stabilize, but I also have a lot on my turn, even if they do something nasty. But they can find a Tron here, so there's a small chance they can do something significant. Here they find Karn and Pitting Needle, my Wrenn and Six, so I can't ulti here. I just attack them here, and I have multiple options. I decide to go for Creativity X3, find 3 Archons, make them sack a Karn, lose a lot of life, discard some cards. I also find 3 cards here, get back Boseiju with Wrenn, because I killed Needle with Pick Your Poison. Opponent here has Oblivion Stone, but it doesn't matter. I have a kill from my hand, just double bolt them. And they also have like the One Ring, taking damage from the One Ring, so it's not important. And I finish things here. That is the match. Okay, let's check out a last match, the trophy match. It started really good, really crazy for me. I got a turn 2 Persist Archon. That is super hard strength of the surveillance in this build. You get to turn 2 Persist and just randomly win some games. Okay, so here it is, opponent passing the turn. I'm expecting Bowmaster, graveyarding my Archon, and then I can just immediately go for it turn 3. That is insane. Surveillance, just so good. Okay, I go for Archon here, and in my trophy match I get like really free, easy win in the game 1 against a Yawgmoth opponent. My hand was just really insane. Creativity, Double Bolt, Explore, Seismic Assault, just missing life from the loam for a really crazy one. Okay, here opponent kills my Archon, but it's totally fine. I was able to play my land, kill both Grist and the Bowmaster, pass the turn. Next turn I'm threatening to go for the Creativity, of course. Have multiple options. I decided to go for Fable, didn't find that fourth land I was looking for. Opponent kills my Fable, but I still get the token. So token will make a treasure next turn, which will allow me to go for Creativity. So I'm again hoping for a land, and I got the land I needed on turn 4. This means I can go for a double Archon, discard last card in my opponent's hand, and that is game over. Opponent concedes. But yeah, I needed like a turn 2 Persist Archon wasn't enough to win this one. Okay, so in game 2, actually my hand, I was super happy with this hand. This is like really strong deck, a strong hand against aggro deck. I have like turn 2 Wrenn and Six, they can't kill it, and then I can play turn 3 Seismic Assault, kill their creatures. I think I didn't play this as good as I should, and the opponent attacks Wrenn here. I go for Wrenn and Six, try to bring back land from the graveyard. Opponent has Endurance, that was kind of expected. And yeah, I was just going to play my Seismic Assault anyway and just kill the Halfling. And I had option here to kill Endurance. I think maybe that was a better play. Opponent also finds Pick Your Poison, and their last card in hand was Yawgmoth. So good top deck by the opponent. They were able to kill a Wrenn and Six. Maybe I should have killed Endurance in response. This way, also like here. Maybe I should have killed Plant Token in response to them sacking the Young Wolf, or when they played Yawgmoth originally. This way they got one more card for free, and yeah, maybe that was better. Okay, so or maybe not. Really not sure, but it definitely feels like the game I could have won, but I didn't. Okay, here opponent finds Soul Cauldron, attacks for 4 with Endurance, make Endurance Yawgmoth. And now, yeah, it's turned into a pretty bad situation for me. But I got Boseiju here to destroy the Agatha. Okay, so let's check out my sideboarding plan, of course. I brought in Boseiju and just trimmed one Forgotten Game, so I have a solution for Agatha, of course. I wasn't sure if they're playing type of spells that can remove all Archons from my deck, but I didn't bring in Emrakul. Trimmed one Assault, one Fable, one Persist. This is just 2 old Explorers on the draw. They can be pretty bad against Bowmasters. And yeah, opponent has the kill, exact 7 damage actually here, so I paid too much life there, risked a bit, and opponent finds the kill immediately. Not sure what was on my top. Okay, so let's check out game 3. I did have very good hand, but the opponent find pick your poison in right time to kill my Seismic Assault, and that thing definitely changed this game. Okay, so here I bottomed Archon. I decided to bottom Archon. Yeah, I find Fable immediately. Maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe I should have kept Archon in hand because I had Persist. Okay, but this was still pretty good hand. I was like really happy with this. Opponent plays Wall of Roots, Hierarch. This means I can just ping the Hierarch, play Fable, and I'm very happy with this. So far, they can't attack my Wrenn. I can protect it and also have Fable next turn, even if they kill Wrenn, which they did. They did find Bowmaster, which was actually pretty good for them here. In my upkeep, before Fable trigger, I decide to kill the Bowmaster. In response, opponent goes for Grist, which was kind of a mediocre play. I was able to attack Grist here, even just bolt it if I want, and I find Archon, put it in the yard here, and I do like another terrible decision here. I wanted to like double spell, but this was completely unnecessary. I just had to leave this bolt open and persist the Archon. That was so much better play. Okay, here I got the Dwarven Mine. I got the Dwarven Mine and then Archon here. I should have just persisted, play the District, and then keep the bolt, like either kill a Young Wolf or Grist. And incredibly here, my opponent plus the Grist got 2 tokens, which is exactly what they needed to find Hapatra here. And Hapatra means they can just kill all my stuff. But this is still fine-ish. They put themselves down to 8, which means I have some good top decks here. I have, of course, Creativity is great, Persist also super, and I also did a mistake here. I should have played Commercial District first. I probably should have gone for the Life from the Loam this turn, and then because I had a Forgotten Cave anyway, so I could possibly find a second cave. And then I should have played District first before doing the cycling or whatever. I didn't do it, but I played the land after that to just go for the Surveil end of their turn. Amazingly, opponent didn't find a kill on their turn, so I was given another chance to top deck something. So another chance to top deck something. Opponent attacks for a lot of damage, but it's not lethal, and I have a bolt in my hand. I have Wrenn and Six that is 4 damage, and they can gain 1 life with Ooze. So a lot of good top decks I have here. Creativity is lethal, Seismic Assault is lethal. Sorry, Creativity is not lethal. I wanted to say Seismic Assault is lethal. Creativity is not lethal because obviously they have Yawgmoth on the play. And yeah, that was it. Yeah, I didn't find what I was looking there. And it was, I kind of felt like definitely had to win that last one. I played suboptimally, just a small slight misplay, and trophy goes, lost the trophy there. Okay, didn't play much lately, but I get to play 2 leagues with this brew. I really like it. If it proves popular, I think this could be a strong option. I will start doing some sideboard guides after Easter. And there will be sideboard guides available on Dictionary, which you can find in video description below the video. and I will start making them in 10 days time. They will be there, and I will see what guide will I do first. But if you would like that, you can subscribe there to get the guide when I make them in about like a week and a half. And you can also just use the basic subscription on the dictionary to support my work and content on YouTube and Twitter and Discord, whatever. Okay, so other than that, of course, you can click like, click subscribe to help the channel, comment in the video, how do you like this build, did you try it, did you try including Lily of the Veil, which is kind of maybe playable card right now with all with Scion Leyline being the best thing to do in Modern. A Bitter Triumph, I think it is a good one-off here. It is like a discard outlet, but so is Lily. And Bitter Triumph was relevant a few times, costing 2 mana. I liked it, and you can target, kill anything. It's a discard outlet for Archon. It's just a very cool card for this build that fits in really well, does a lot. But I think having like Shielded Edict or Lily somewhere in the 75 could also be like a very good option right now. Okay, but I just want to say that I'm really high on this build. I think it can do a lot of job right now. Grinding the leagues with this feel super easy. A lot of free wins. There is no much creativity hate at the moment. And even if it is, there are options to play around it, like Emrakles on the side, stuff like that. Persist plan, explore, attacking opponent on a lot of different angles with this build. And now you also have a Seismic Assault for another win condition, and this card just fits in so well in this build. It's so good. I really like it. And okay, that's it. Thank you for watching, and that's it for today. Goodbye.